Need to resume the recording, Mr. McCloskey. So there we go. We've got that working again now. Okay. Quick run through on this. This is our opinion. We do our absolute very best to follow with company policy and information from the company, but it's important that you understand the processes, the shortcuts, the tips that we give you on these webinars. They are derived from our opinion. They are not set in stone. We are giving you the best information we can based on the information we have to hand. So let's just make sure that we get that all put together and we understand where we're at. Gold is a 5,000-year-old medium of exchange. And that gold coin that you see there on the screen was minted somewhere around about 541 BC. Now, that coin today buys about the same amount of stuff that it bought 541 BC. Is there anything else in the world that can do that for you? I'm not sure that I can come up with something else that will do that for you. It is a phenomenal process when you look at how the value of gold has retained itself compared to commodities, not compared to fiat currency. It's just interesting to see those numbers and those values. The Karatbars is an e-commerce affiliate program, which is the world leader in supplying small contract amounts of gold for the regular people. And this program is facilitated by a unique cryptocurrency supported by and linked to the gold. Notice it says linked to the gold. The coins are exchangeable for actual real gold. This creates a unique self-sustaining financial system completely powered by gold. All the payment systems involved around this and revolve around it are backed and sit upon the gold payment program. So over to you, Miss Kate.
Okay, so our Karatbars overview. Option 1, we save gold. So we all start here. We complete the free registration for our gold savings account and we start acquiring Karatbars gold in small increments. Karatbars International has made it easy by making available a feature called Auto Exchange. At Wealth Builders Worldwide, we call that Pay Yourself First. You set up your account to automatically exchange your paper currency for Karatbars gold weekly, bi-weekly or monthly. You simply set it, forget it, and then go back and increase it. Activating this feature allows you to automatically pay yourself first with physical gold. There are no fees of any kind. The account is completely free and takes less than 5 minutes to register. Every time you acquire Karatbars gold, you're building your family's wealth. Option 2, save and earn. As an independent affiliate, when you save gold for yourself and share with others how to do the same, you position yourself to be compensated monthly through our uni-level system compensation plan. You are virtually in business for yourself in over 100 countries worldwide. Option 3, maximise your earning potential. You may choose one of several business packages which position you to generate cash flow monthly and weekly through our dual system compensation plan. These packages are income producing assets. Option 4, we save Karat Gold Coin and Karat Coin Bank Coin. As independent affiliates, while we are saving gold and maximising our earning potential, we acquire Karat Gold Coin, KBC, and Karat Coin Bank Coin, KCB. These cryptocurrency coins are an additional stream of income that will build massive wealth. Some people have asked, why Karatbars? A Karatbars savings account gives you protection against future financial crisis and rapid inflation. It protects your hard-earned paper currency with physical gold. Karatbars International has the only system in the world where you can get free gold and free cryptocurrency.
Thank you, Miss
Back to
Kate.
you.
And thank you very much for that quick run through. I think it's important every week that we refocus and understand clearly what this business is. And we will be changing in the not too distant future when we're talking about 2 cryptocurrency coins. That will be 1 coin. So this is what we're here to talk about: exchanging our fiat money, our regular old currency, into gold so that this doesn't happen to you. I find it quite confronting that I lived through this, and in 1999 we had a number of teenagers at home, and I can tell you that they would graze through the fridge pretty much every day, and we'd have to top it up. But if you look at the number of groceries that you get, and yes, that graphic is a little bit exaggerated, here's the real number: 54.28%. Your money has devalued since 1999. Now, I don't think there's too many people that will actually sit down and work that out, but I'll bet there's nobody on this call whose income has increased by 54.28% since 1999. In fact, I'll pretty much guarantee you that there's nobody on the call that's done that. Now, if we'd all converted our currency into gold, this is what we could have done. Because in 1920, a kilo of gold bought a top-of-the-line vehicle, the same as it does today. That's confronting. Because in 1920, a kilo of gold was only $645, and today it's $40,000. But if you had the $645 given to you instead of a kilo of gold, have a guess what it would be worth today. Probably not even a big enough number to register. So this is how gold compares. This is why it holds its value. It's actually holding its value compared to the commodities you need to buy, not compared to the currencies that are out there. That's a great little graph there. When you look at it, it was in the back of a book recently. What's that bloke's name? Kiyosaki. The book was called Fake, and he talks about the reasons why people need to hold physical gold. And here's what happens if you choose not to do that and save in money. You can see in the red line, that's money printing. That's as governments have printed more and more money that's gone out into the circulation, then you can see that your savings are getting worth less and less. And there's no way that you can get around that. That's just how it is. It's been an amazing process to work through these graphs and understand what they mean. From 1913 until 2008, look at the different value of that currency. It's almost worthless. So, Karatbars International, some milestones. They've hit nearly every milestone. They've had to postpone the hard fork till December because of the IPO, and in January our coins are exchangeable at a better value. Now, rumour has it that that better value is 75 coins per gram, but the exchange rate will change on January the 1st. The 3 major benefits, as I see it: you can start saving today in physical gold in small increments. There is the opportunity for you to build an international business from the comfort of your home. And I really like that. We've done that. We have people in our team in England, in America, all over the place. Some new people in New Zealand. It just happens, just by default. And there are significant tax advantages to owning a home-based business. So let's just get our head around that. That's the benefits of why you need to have a Karatbars account. So how do we do this? Well, it's really simple. I know you can build this business. So we've got people on the call that have not spoken to anybody. We've got people joining daily that are seeing the advantages in holding gold. So they're not talking to anyone until such times as they work out that this is such a great thing, they need to talk to their friend. So first thing is, you believe in saving money for the future. It's a simple yes, no question. Nearly everyone will say yes. Almost everyone have actually not done it, because you'll find that as they go through life, this is a great idea, but they're never actually getting around to doing it. And that's why Karatbars is so powerful. So given whatever they say, the question then is, have you started to save in gold? It's a simple yes, no question again. And if the answer is yes, it's a how are you doing that? If the answer is no, the question is, well, why not? And here's the third question that you can ask. If I could show you how to get free gold, would you like to learn more? Now, that's not an exaggeration. I've received quite a bit of free gold as I built this business, and as we expanded, we've got a lot of gold in our wallet that has come as a result of what we've done in this business. It's not been something we've paid for. So why Karatbars? As we discussed, it's an e-commerce business. It's an asset building system. It's the world leader in affordable increments of gold. You can get free gold, free cryptocurrency. You can exchange your paper money for gold money. Now, there's not too many other places in the world where you can do that. These are the sort of products you can see. On the right, you've got a 1 gram card and then 2 5 gram cards. They're branded cards, they're cash gold cards, they're all sorts of cards, Merry Christmas cards. Living here in Australia, if you haven't ordered those cards already, they're probably too late to get them here before Christmas, because it takes a long time to get them here from Europe. This is why you should be buying gold. I'm going to run you through another little video in a minute that talks about some things, but I used this slide last week and it absolutely talks to why we need to have gold and gold-backed cryptocurrency. These are Perth Mint prices. I checked them again today. I've rounded the numbers down a bit just so they're round figures. Currently, they're 2,200 Australian per ounce. That's 31 grams. Now, last week, the video predicted $14,000 an ounce. You think it might be a good idea to have some gold. Well, let's look at these next couple of slides because I think they're really important and they talk to this point. This is from Kitco News. I know some of you follow along with what I do, and this is a really good channel to be subscribed to. One of the summaries on a video I was watching the other day is analysts and CEOs have historically been conservative with their gold price calls, are now forecasting levels above 10,000 USD per ounce. In the long run, and Frank Holmes, CEO of US Global Investors, said that fundamentals back up these numbers. They're not hypothetically just stretching out there to pick a number. These are fundamental numbers that are coming out of the economies of the world. And what's amazing about America is that they have these unprecedented deficits with no war on the horizon, as long as you can say Iraq and Syria and Afghanistan and all those things are not a major war, and there's no recession yet. But what happens when we get a recession or a war? We get this incredible money printing and gold goes up on that depreciation. So when we get a depression, currency devalues. So if something does break out, gold's then going to really start to rocket. This came from a video that I was watching the other day, and I'm going to play you a little bit of one of them in a moment. This is another slide about the economic turmoil. Jim Rickards, who I follow, he wrote a book called The New Gold, The New Reasons for Gold. He's just talked about the fact that Russia, China, Venezuela, and Turkey have agreed to do their international trading in a gold-backed cryptocurrency. Now, you can only get to use this currency if you're invited into the loop. Have a guess who is not invited into the loop? The United States. So what this does for those countries is it means that all of the sanctions, the UN sanctions, and the IMF rules that they've been forced to toe along with, they will no longer apply, because those countries can trade amongst themselves quite happily with their own currency, their own payment system. Think about the impact of that for a bit. Does that mean all of a sudden that the world's backup currency, the US dollar, is now on its way out? And I think the answer to that question is yes, absolutely. Now let's have a look at this little video and see what he says about gold, the new case for gold. Any minute now, we hope.
In 2008, we were told our economy was hours away from a world financial meltdown. But thanks to our leaders' fearless actions, we avoided catastrophe. Now that it's roughly 8 years later, how are we looking? Have we fixed the root causes of the financial meltdown? Maybe repaired some of the damage? Jim Rickards' short answer is no. His slightly longer answer is, the banks that were too big to fail in 2008? Yeah, they're bigger and more dangerous today. In his new book, The New Case for Gold, Rickards touches on the fragility of the banking system, but mostly serves up some 21st century reasons for the safe haven of gold. And he actually starts his book by demolishing the cliches that gold investors have heard hundreds of times over. That Keynes said gold was a barbarous relic. He didn't say that about gold, but of the gold exchange standard of the 1920s. That there isn't enough gold to finance commerce. There is, it just all depends on gold's price. That the gold supply doesn't grow fast enough to support world growth. It does. The hidden objection is that gold stands in the way of legalized theft. That gold caused the Great Depression. Actually, incompetent discretionary monetary policy by the US Federal Reserve did. That gold has no yield, which is true, but cash sitting under your mattress doesn't have a yield either, and that gold has no intrinsic value. The problem with that theory is that the theory of intrinsic value doesn't have any intrinsic value. That is, it's been discredited for a while. Then he hits the traditional arguments to buy gold, which include reasons like how gold has been money for much of human history, how gold is a protection against a worsening fiat currency, how out of all of the elements on the periodic table, gold is really the only element capable of being money. All the others are either gases, liquids, poisonous, dissolve, or explode in water, radioactive, or are simply too hard to find or too difficult to work with. And the traditional inflation and low risk arguments, etc., etc. If you've read a gold investing book, you've heard most of these already. But as the title implies, here Rickards focuses on the new 21st century reasons to buy gold. And as someone who works with technology every day, I found these reasons to be quite fascinating. It includes stuff like how most of our wealth is digitized and is vulnerable to online theft, as anyone who's had a credit card stolen online can attest to. But also the disruption of our financial system by foreign governments, aka cyber financial warfare, or even just simple power outages. When we consider how much of our finances we do online, from paying bills to online banking to investing to even paying our taxes, is it not simply just 21st century prudence to diversify our wealth outside of the digital realm? But the most interesting reason to me, and the one he probably talks about the most, is the future of our monetary system and gold's role in that future. Anyone who understands our actual economic situation knows that our current path is not sustainable. I love the way Rickards relates this. He asks us to imagine a steep mountain. It's been snowing for weeks, and the avalanche danger is high, threatening the village below. In real life, the solution is simple. Ski Patrol would set off controlled explosions so the snowpack breaks up harmlessly and doesn't hurt the village. But if this mountain were to represent our economic situation, our leaders would come out and say, there is no danger, that we're overreacting, that by golly more snow on the mountain just means a stronger mountain. Meanwhile, none of the problems from 2008 have been fixed. Government's debt to GDP ratios are at an all-time high. We haven't funded other liabilities like Social Security, Medicare, or Medicaid, and countries all over the world like Russia and China are looking to get out from the US dollar's chokehold. The big players know the question isn't if an avalanche is coming that will collapse the current monetary system, but when. So, what does a collapse of our current international monetary system actually look like? Rickards notes that contrary to what it sounds like, it doesn't mean the economic apocalypse is coming. We won't all be huddling together for warmth underneath a bridge eating hobo chili. And in fact, the international monetary system has actually collapsed 3 times in the 20th century, during the outbreak of World War I, World War II, and when Nixon closed the gold window in 1971. Rather, what it will mean is that all the major financial and trading powers will get together at some secluded high-end resort to figure out how the new international monetary system will operate, since the old system is no longer viable. So how does gold figure into this picture? As Rickards explains, this meeting will almost be like a poker game. All the major powers will try to shape the new international monetary system to their liking. It's only natural. And gold will function like the poker chips. The more poker chips, or gold, your country has, the more power you're going to have at that table. And countries all around the world seem to be preparing for this future. The 2 notable examples are China and Russia acquiring gold hand over fist. Now, Rickards is not saying this new monetary system would definitely include gold. Any number of solutions could emerge, including an IMF SDR solution, a new version of the gold standard, and a lot of other variations. And we don't know how exactly we'll get to this destination either. It could be an orderly transition with policymakers forming working groups thinking hard about the economic problems at hand and aiming for minimal disruption. Or, as Rickards thinks is more likely, a chaotic transition with government decrees for banking bail-ins, gold confiscation, a windfall profit tax, and maybe a nice war on cash thrown in. For Jim Rickards, the reason to hold just a tiny sliver of your portfolio in gold is pretty straightforward, and is pretty much the same reason it's always been: to protect your wealth. It's just in the 21st century digital age, there are a few more things to think about. Hey guys, it's Nick. I've read a lot of books on gold investing, and Jim Rickards' book, The New Case for Gold, was refreshing. It's nice that he focuses on the digital age reasons to buy gold rather than trotting out the same old tired arguments. One of my favorite sections of the book was actually when he introduced complexity theory to help explain the economy in a very understandable way. That was that avalanche example above. Anyway, if you use my Amazon affiliate link below to buy the book, or to buy anything else on Amazon.
The rest of that little video is just about where you can buy the book. It's available at most of the book retailers and online, lots of retailers. But that's a pretty confronting look at why we need to have some gold in our portfolio. And yeah, we're seeing a lot of what he talks about in the book already out there. You can see it, observe it every day. And the numbers are around. We've talked about the countries that hold gold at the moment. There's some serious numbers around when it comes to who's got gold, what the gold's for, and what they're going to do with it. So get in touch with your recommender. You need to get some gold. Have some gold in your portfolio. If you need help to buy it, there's plenty of people that can help you. If you don't have anybody, send me an email at go-to-the-top-now@gmail.com, and we will set you up with somebody that can help you get some gold. Now remember, this program is built for gold in small amounts for the ordinary people. We're not talking about buying kilos of gold at this point. Come January, that might be a different story. How do you actually start? Well, there's a couple of things to do. If you're brand new, you need to register for free. Upload your proof of ID and address. Just do that immediately. Get that out of the way. And purchase enough gold to pay for the pack you've chosen. So you need to set up CaratBay to do that. So you need to get some help and purchase the pack. Now, it's not all that difficult to set up CaratPay, but it's a bit confronting if you're not computer literate and you're going to another website and answering questions, etc. So make sure that you use the gold that you buy to buy whatever it is that you're going to get set up, because that's what this business is about. And invite others with your referral link. In your website, we can show you where to get that. It's as simple as that. Now, you don't have to talk to people. You can buy a kit, sit on your coins, sit on your gold, and just buy a gram of gold a month or a couple of grams of gold a month. At the moment, I think I'm doing about 3 grams a month. I know Brent does 5. It's just a matter of getting yourself set up so that you're in a position where you have some financial security in the coming meltdown. So if you start as a bronze and you register 5 in 5 weeks, you get a free upgrade to silver. That's at the moment, that's 7,000 coins, 2.1 grams of gold, and the silver status. Now, if you join as a silver and you register 5 silvers, you get a free upgrade to gold. And there's some new upgrade options around to get upgraded to gold. So when you start a new person, just make sure that they know that December 15th is the end of the free coins. I'm going to talk about that again in a second. But when they're registered and they have a pack, get them to buy some cash gold. Get them to buy 5 0.1 cash gold. Get everybody into the act of buying gold. This business is gold. It's what we do. We buy gold, we save it. We can spend it, but get some gold in your wallet. Process them one at a time, so you've got 5 complete different transactions. It teaches them how to buy gold. If they've done that 5 times, they won't call you up next month and say, how do I do this? Remember, December 15th is the end of the free coins in these packs. So you need to get going now. If you're starting someone new, they need to understand that if they snooze, they lose. I don't know what the new packs are going to be after December 15th. I have absolutely no idea. But I can tell you that if you've got a whole bunch of people in a pipeline and you don't tell them before December 15th, they're going to be really unhappy when they found out they could have got free coins. Have a look through the incentive for Madrid. There are some great things happening there, and we'll just have a quick shout out. The bronze packs that have already been accrued: it's Graham Duck, Sir Jeffrey Wilkin, Ernie Clare, Carolyn Phillips, Tom Rees. I saw you on the call before, Tom. Well done. And Daphne Harvey. All of those people have received a free, or will receive when this is handed out, and they won't hand it out until the end because you may qualify for a higher pack. So right now, those people have got an additional 2,142 coins coming and 0.2 grams of gold. And the silver, Mr. Jeff Cooper, already got 12,321 coins and 2.1 grams of gold. So just watch out for these people, because I think they're all going to move up as things come together. And in the gold packs, I don't know who that bloke is at the top. Mitch Tafe, you've got a gold pack. Jenny Loveday, Peter Hervenen, 30,357 coins and 4.3 grams of gold. Remember, I talked about free gold before? 4.3 grams of free gold and 30,000 coins. In a few years, those coins are going to be worth a lot of gold. Who's going to be the first one to get a VIP pack? I suspect I know. In fact, I reckon if I looked right now that there'd be somebody, because I checked her name on the list this morning and she wasn't on it, but I suspect there's someone on the call tonight that may have already got to the VIP level. So just watch these people go. 60,000 coins and 8.7 grams, people. That's astounding. You need to get in amongst this and get some gold. So there's a few bonuses that have come out, a few bonus changes. If you look at the promo for the Madrid packages, you'll see that the WIM laptop has had some updates, and the WIM laptop and the K1 phone bundle have had some updates. Now, they're really, really good deals. If you can, you've got someone that's looking at 4 or 5,000 euros, get them to look at those packs, because you get more coins, more gold, and you get a laptop and a phone. How cool is that? A free laptop and a free phone. So if you look down the bottom, you'll see that the seller bonus has been kicked up substantially for those packages, the 4,000, the 10,000 and the 15,000, absolutely substantially. And I just can't say enough about how good these packages are with these free coins. Get as many coins as you can in your wallet. They are going to be very, very valuable come January. So just make sure that you work that out and get as many of these packages on the table as you can. I did a presentation this afternoon for a lady who's talking to someone from Oman, and they looked at this and thought, yep, great deal. We need to go down that road. Here's the quote of the day that I came up with, and it's a beauty. The past cannot be changed. The future is yet in your power. Isn't that ever so true for what we're doing today? Mary Pickford came out with that. Those of you that don't know who Mary Pickford is, she was quite a famous actress from North America back a few years ago. I know she was probably a close friend of Brent Dobson, but anyway, maybe she's a bit older than that. But it was a great quote, and I really loved it. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is gold. This is what we're here to talk about. Get some gold in your wallet. Get yourself sorted so you can put some money away. You can do an auto save with dollars per month or grams per month. It doesn't have to be a gram per month. Use this to your advantage. I'd love it if you bought 50 grams a month, but let's be realistic. I don't know anyone that can do that. But just make sure you get some gold in your wallet every single month. Do not let a month go by doing that. So here's a date saver for you. 10th of December in Perth, 14th in Brisbane, 19th in Echuca, 21st in Melbourne. So these are great opportunities to get around Nitsa and Sean Maloney. I really don't know who Joel is or Mira, but Jeanette is queen. Yes?
Quick jump in. That 14th of December in Brisbane.
Yep.
There's an early bird. I was talking to Jeanette. They're putting up an early bird special until the 15th of November. Okay, so $25 instead of $35 a ticket. I've just grabbed an extra 10, and I'm going to be selectively giving those out in the team. And I think Jeanette has a travel agency as well, and she might be adding some prizes for anyone that grabs a ticket there. So that's for the 14th of December, Brisbane. There's a rumour that there's a Christmas party on afterwards, and I can guarantee that's happening because I'm putting it on.
Excellent.
I just wanted to add and this is amazing. I got the opportunity to speak to her. Sean Maloney, there's some of the top speakers in the Karatbars business, and what we're going to learn that day is just priceless, and those people are coming along that night as well. So get your tickets.
Very good. Jenny's just typed in there that Sean Maloney will only be in Brisbane. So those of you that can get to Brisbane and come along for that event, you'll also get to, we think that some of these presenters will be at the Christmas party. I know that Brent is going out of his way to put on some eats and drinks for us. It'll be a really fun night. So people, if you can, get to Brisbane, get a ticket, get into that event. Okay, next up, look, we're only a few days away from this, the 8th. So that's this coming Friday, Cooper's Ale House at Gepps Cross in South Australia. Mr. Saravalli, Mr. Miller and Ms. Phillips, who has now confirmed that she will be there also. So I know that Roger's coming. There'll be a number of people there. I think there's about 15 or 20 people confirmed. So please make sure that you get along. If you have people down there, You can send them along. There is a registration link. Oh, that one actually won't work. The Stars Mastery website is moving. So the hosting, of course, that should have taken 37 seconds has taken about a week. So if you want to register for that, please send me an email and I'll pass it on to Brad Siravalli. If you've got people down there that you want to send along, please make sure that they let us know who they're connected to so that we can help them and make sure that they get registered in the right place. So if anybody else coming along wants to work that out and figure out how that all comes together, we will be there and doing what we can on Friday night. And next year, coming up in June, we are putting on an event on the Sunshine Coast. So we'll have more about that in the coming weeks. We're just finalising the packages with the venue now. So that's it for tonight, folks. Anybody got any questions? You want to type in and ask a question or put your hand up or unmute yourself and talk to us. Any questions? Maxine Lockman. Okay, thank you, Maxine. Where are you from, Maxine? Are you a Queenslander in God's country, or are you in one of those Mexican states? Okay, well, I don't see any questions. Thanks, Doug and Jenny. Thanks, Tom. Thanks, everybody. Are we going to be affected? Are we going to be affected by what, Karen? Maxine, oh, you're from Charters Towers. Cheryl, excellent. Great work. Cheryl is on the job and building a business up there, so come along for the ride if that deadbeat Morrison stops us. Karen, I don't know what that means. Transferring more than 2K, I have no idea. Okay, well, we don't seem to have too many other questions. You can give us a call, Jenny and Doug. Bail out, okay. What happens in January, Nathan? We don't know. We are attempting to work it out. There will be, now I'm catching up with you, Karen. Well, we actually won't have to worry about that because we'll be able to pay in gold. So we will short circuit him completely. Yeah, now he's trying to push it down. Of course they will. K-Merchant training, yes, we are working on that. As soon as we actually get some documents, we'll be able to do some. We're going to do a couple of training nights and we'll video it and we'll make sure that everyone gets access to it. As soon as we can get some information, we'll put that out there. I do think the K-Merchant program is going to be a really, really good platform for us. And we will make sure that everyone gets access to what we can put together. Nathan, good to see that you're there with Ernie. And we got any other questions? I think we'll finish up for tonight. Thanks everybody for joining us. Really enjoy it when people come along, ask a few questions and get involved. We are going to create history here in Australia. What's better to buy, KBC or KCB? Depends on the outcome you're looking for, Nathan. The KCBs will have a multiplier on December 15th. The KBC will not, but the KCB costs more money. So it's a 6 and 1 1/2 dozen of the other question. Okay, thanks everybody. We have appreciated you coming along and we look forward to seeing you on the golden beaches of the world. Have a great golden night. Good night, everybody.